Hey everyone, Luke here. So today we're going to talk about chronic fatigue syndrome. What the heck it means, what it means for people that have it, what the heck we can do about it, alright? So first of all, chronic fatigue syndrome is, it's difficult to label, first of all. I myself, didn't have energy for a long time. I wouldn't ever label myself as having chronic fatigue syndrome. But we all have days where we have trouble getting out of bed. We need a cup of coffee to get going, or else our day sucks. We just don't have as much energy as we want to, and that's not quite chronic fatigue syndrome. What most people label it as, So don't feel that I don't have sympathy for people with chronic fatigue syndrome, because I do understand the level of fatigue that these people are under, and I've talked to people with chronic fatigue syndrome. A lot of them stay in bed all day, and they have no energy to even get out of bed oftentimes. And it's hard for them to even, let alone thrive. It's hard for them to even, hold down a job and to do what they want, to do with their passions. Because that's what really nutritional balancing science is all about. It's all about respecting the individual and giving each individual enough energy so that they can do their life's purpose. That's all we want to do, right? So first of all, I want us to think of chronic fatigue syndrome as low vitality, first of all. Because people say chronic fatigue syndrome, they get into their heads that it's like some special disease and that there's no cure for it, and that, we're trying to find, a special cure that all of a sudden, I'll take this magic pill that all of a sudden the researchers found out about, and I won't have chronic fatigue syndrome anymore. But it's much, much more complicated than that, okay? And chronic fatigue syndrome is never just one thing. You have to realize that. It's never just one thing. It's many, many layers, okay? So let's talk about lowered vitality. So as you can see, people go from high vitality to low vitality, right? Now, you all know people with high vitality, right? They can be, athletes. They're the athletes that can work out all the time. They have plenty of energy. They're smart. They're focused. They have college degrees. They're grounded, and you can feel people's energy when you talk to them, okay? People have medium vitality, they have enough, vitality to go to work and everything, but sometimes they get tired. And there's people with low vitality, okay? And you have to understand that anything like chronic fatigue syndrome, actually any sort of disease in itself, is actually in a response to stress in the body, okay? And it's a response to the vitality level of the body. So first thing you have to understand is that almost everyone today has low vitality, okay? I can see it on people's hair tests, okay? There's certain vitality indicators. Okay, we can tell the state of someone's thyroid, their adrenals, and everyone. Most adults today are in the exhaustive state of stress. Their adrenals are burnt out. Their thyroids are underactive. Okay, and these all plays a part in chronic fatigue syndrome. Now that's not the whole story of chronic fatigue syndrome. Okay, there's many other factors. People with chronic fatigue syndrome are generally copper toxic and zinc deficient. They have burnt out adrenals, like I said before. Their thyroids are underactive. They also don't have enough minerals in their body, okay? A lot of people with chronic fatigue syndrome, they think they're healthy because, I eat a lot of salads and I eat a lot of fruit and stuff like that. Well, fruit and salads ain't going to do it for you. You need lots and lots of cooked vegetables, and most importantly, you need a nutritional balancing program to re-strengthen your body, okay? Because like I said, chronic fatigue syndrome and low vitality are many, many layers, okay? So the first layer might be nutritional deficiencies. Almost everyone today doesn't get enough vitamin D, omega-3s, people aren't getting enough zinc, selenium. All these are vital for your health, for your immune response, for your vitality. And then maybe below that they have a virus, things like Epstein-Barr virus. A lot of people have Lyme's disease that they don't know about. People have parasites. Almost everyone has liver flukes, which are little parasites that live in everyone's liver that almost everyone has in our society. Even though they're gross and people don't like to talk about them, almost everyone has parasites. Candida albicans, okay? A lot of people have candida, which has to do with the copper imbalance. Okay, copper has to do with your immune response, and if you don't have the right copper to zinc ratio, your immune response is impaired, so you can't deal with a fungal infection, okay? People have heavy metal toxicity, which could be causing chronic fatigue syndrome. If you have a lot of mercury in you, a lot of cadmium, and your body can't eliminate these properly, then they're just constantly wearing down your body, okay? So one thing we have to realize is that chronic fatigue syndrome is never one thing, and they're never going to be able to find a cure for chronic fatigue syndrome, because I guarantee you that everyone that has it has something different wrong with them, okay? So we have to treat the body as layers, okay? So first thing we have to do is to remineralize the body. We have to get the zinc and copper and zinc ratio in balance. We have to try to get rid of all these infections. Coffee enemas, infrared sauna are great for parasitic infections. They weaken the parasites. And also we have to strengthen the host. I mean, that's the number one thing that people don't realize. The number one best way to get rid of parasites and get rid of latent infections is to strengthen the host. Because the host is all important. If the host is healthy and strong and their immune response is adequate, then your body naturally has means to get rid of infections, okay? You can get rid of Lyme disease, you can get rid of parasites naturally just by strengthening your own body. It's amazing what your body's immune response is capable of once you give it everything it needs. Now this obviously isn't the whole entire story. You know, chronic fatigue syndrome can also be adrenal health. A lot of people exercise too much and they have chronic fatigue syndrome because they've wiped out their adrenals. Maybe people have, you know, thyroid underactivity because their cells aren't permeable enough to the thyroid hormones. You know, like I said, it can be multiple things. But the good news is that on a nutritional balancing program, we treat the body as a whole system and we peel it back layer by layer and assess each layer of toxicity as it comes up on the hair tests. So it's important to know that there's help out for you. You know, there's help out there for you guys with chronic fatigue syndrome, and that a nutritional balancing program can definitely help. I'm in contact with a lot of these people, and I know firsthand that it's helped many people with chronic fatigue syndrome overcome their disease and eventually lead fully functional, healthy lives. Hope that helps you guys out, and I'll see you guys later.